In one of the biggest bus stations in the world lie some hidden gems which are worth exploring. Today we're going to meet up with the guide who knows pretty much every corner of the station. The central bus station is situated in the south of Tel Aviv, and the population is pretty diverse. There are communities from around 30 different countries, including South America, Asia, Africa, and different Israeli communities as well. Before meeting with the tour guide, I decided to do some exploring on my own, and it actually found something pretty interesting. On the very top floor of the central bus station, the 7th floor, is the art exhibition, where we'll find thousands of meters of painted walls done by many different artists all over the world and in Israel. On each different section of the walls here, you'll find different techniques of graffiti by the artists, whether it's stencil work or from a spray can, paint brushes.
It was supposed to be a huge promise for the south of Tel Aviv. It was supposed to be grand. If you take a look at the surroundings, this architecture is taken from Paris. Galerie Lafayette.
Fancy.
The spiral over her head is taken exactly from there.
Well, this is my first time here and I'm really excited, so let's check it out.
Let's go.
Yummy.
Yeah.
But it looks more like a mall to me.
It actually is a mall. First of all, it was built as a mall that has a central bus station inside of it.
Ah, okay. I see. With such a wide variety of affordable and pretty random items, I had to get in on the values. 36, this is my size. Should I try it on? Ooh, these look great. Super comfortable. It's like walking on clouds with this shoe.
One of the things I really like about the station is that it's so diverse. In one spot, you can find a dance company, Madman, who's a producer of hip hop and breakdance.
Oh, cool.
There's a secondhand Russian bookstore, Nima, which is a Filipino-Israeli bank.
That's the only kind in Israel?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I think that's what makes the south of Tel Aviv so special, that it's open to all these different cultures.
Yeah, the border of the city, and interesting things can happen in the border. How about going to the Filipino Market?
Sure, I'd love to. Let's go.
With over 30,000 Filipinos living and working in Israel, it's no surprise that there are many stores and booths that cater to them, selling many Philippine delicacies.
A lot of these very interesting snacks before that I've never seen before. They're all imported from the Philippines?
Not only from the Philippines, it's Asian foods, but it's from maybe 80% from the Philippines, 10% from Thailand, and 10% from China.
Wow. So what kind of customers do you have here? Israelis or Filipinos?
OFWs.
Huh?
You know the meaning of OFWs? Overseas Filipino workers.
Ah, okay. So,
And also from Sri Lanka, from Indian.
so they like to have a taste from back at home.
You know why? Because every week they are in the work.
Yeah.
And they are eating Israeli foods together with the employers.
So they miss
So during their day off, so they miss the foods from the Philippines.
Yeah. What is these Asian snacks?
These are the special foods of the station. We have steamed baos. They're just dumplings with different fillings. There's beans and beef. These are banana leaves that they boil or they cook sticky rice inside of it. And this is Filipino corn.
So not only a bus station, not only a mall, but this is also a theater that they have here.
Would you imagine there's a theater and a bus station?
No, tell us what's going on.
While you're waiting for your bus, you can come in here on regular shows. They have Shakespeare in Hebrew, they have local productions. This is one of the first French theaters in Israel. The founder, Nico Nitai, he came from the mainstream and decided to move away from that and do these inspiring local productions.
Well, this place is pretty amazing. They have so much to do here. I hear so many different languages, smell so many different flavors. Okay, so let's check out the next hidden treasure.
All right. Everywhere you look at, you'll find a design by an artist or a designer that they all came here to take part in this huge construction and this huge structure. It was supposed to be the next big thing. Everybody wanted to take part. So even these pipes were designed by people who wanted their name here, their signature.
Now we have found ourselves in a Yiddish museum with history books all around us and old records. How old is this place?
This place has been here since 2006. They have 50,000 books in Yiddish. It's all sorts. There's journalism, literature, poetry, all in Yiddish from mostly before the Holocaust.
Wow. The greatest hits of the Yiddish. Well, I see all these texts and old pages from books. What is this about?
This is just the lost heritage of the Yiddish culture. It's a language that's been spoken by Jews for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
I even came in here one day, and a person who runs this place, Mendy Kahan, he gives me this book which my great-grandfather wrote.
Wow.
I had no idea.
So you have a long line of Yiddish family?
Probably.
I do too. And I was wondering if there are any Twersky written books.
Twersky, I remember having seen the name many times, so we can look for them together if you want.
Let's do it.
No, now I should do good on my promise, right?
Yeah. Look.
Yiddish was always part of different cultures, so it's not just by chance. They really feel at home here in the central bus station, next to the Filipinos and Eritreans and all these different cultures.
Yeah. Okay, so where are we headed to next?
We're going to go to a bit more creepy parts of the station.
So this abandoned area down here, it used to be active at one point?
Yeah, all the station was kind of active at some point. This place, for example, was where you would bring your kids to play around in a jamboree.
Well, let's go down where it gets darker and creepier. Okay, so we're now in an abandoned underground floor in the bus station. It's extremely dark down here. Max, turn down the light. Pitch darkness. Okay, so talk to us about this.
We're going to go somewhere that usually is closed to the public, but we asked special permission to go into this door right here.
Okay, let's see what's in there, behind those doors.
Behind the door is an escalator to the
man.
second abandoned floor.
And we have to go in there?
We don't have to, but we will.
Okay. This is so scary. How did you find out about this?
I just have a tendency to open doors.
When you're not supposed to?
Yeah.
Wow, there's just so much extra space here. It looks like a ghost town.
It almost is. People were supposed to wait here. This is an entire waiting area. It hasn't been used. It was shut down in 2003, so shortly after the station was opened. But there's something here I really like. It's special and I want to show you it.
Okay, thanks.
It's not about the sign that's special, it's what's on the bottom. Because if you want to go to Cairo,
Oh, wow.
this is where you would take your
Tickets for
Yeah.
line 100 to Cairo.
Until some point in the beginning of the 2000s, this bus was running from Tel Aviv straight to Cairo.
Wow. Let's see the Batcave.
For another pretty unexpected sight in the bus station is the bizarre Batcave on the second floor, where it is home to hundreds of bats.
They
Okay.
found a home here, it's dark, it's nice, and they're kind of safe here.
The Israeli authorities had even declared it a natural preserve. After a few minutes of bat calling, we managed to see quite a few.
But this is the bat call.
They communicate and they're very funny.
Right there, right there. Woo!
As curious as I was about the station, I was really surprised to find just near the Batcave a Chabad house. For me, it was a sign that these guys are everywhere.
The confusing, grotesque, dark station with no natural sunlight is exactly the design Israeli architect Ram Karmi was going for.
What was his vision in creating this design?
He called it a city under a rooftop, since you have everything you need under in one structure.
Yeah.
And actually there's a logic behind this chaos. You come into the station, you don't know where you're going, there's no skylight, you come into the fourth floor, that's confusing.
Yeah. The intention of Karmi was for people to walk in and feel a bit disoriented, so they would have no choice but to wander around and spend some money. From up here by the bus terminals, we could see not only a beautiful view of South Tel Aviv, but the entire city of Tel Aviv. Why don't you discuss the area?
It's placed in a neighborhood that has about 20,000 people living in it. The south of Tel Aviv has a bad reputation, and I think that's one of the reasons that decision makers decided to put it here, because they thought it's going to do good to this neighborhood. We call this station the Beast. We go into the belly of the beast. And I think that, like a real monster, if you come to the south of Tel Aviv, you can really find all these special places, unique foods, ethnicities, architecture. It's a very interesting area. And I found myself fascinated. I explore these neighborhoods, I talk to people, I go into places that most people don't even know, into backyards and side streets. It's fascinating. And it's a place that you won't usually see this kind of variety in the center of Tel Aviv.
Toda.